you're in the financial management space.
I am.
Tell us, how do you get clients, and how would you tell new people that's getting started monetizing your ministry? What are some tips on how to go about getting people to do business with you?
Ooh, okay. So most all of the people that I have conversations with have a business in some way, shape, or form. Now, some of our conversations are just about business, where we just talk about the business finances. But because as an entrepreneur, especially if you dare to be a full-time entrepreneur, the money you make in business also pays your lights, your gas, buys clothes, sends you on vacation, pays for your car insurance. Because some of that business money is also paying you, some conversations we also talk about business and personal finances. How do I get clients? The truth is, people refer me.
Hmm.
That's really what's happening. I have a conversation with somebody, they feel empowered by that conversation. They've begun to trust me, because when you're having conversation about finance, it's a very intimate space, and so they have to have a lot of trust, because I'm seeing behind the scenes of the not pretty. I'm not seeing the highlight reel on Instagram or
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah,
I'm seeing the like not pretty stuff.
yeah.
And so people, once they get that kind of trust, they then go and have conversations with their friends, with their other business owners, and say, okay, if you have this question, go to Prudence. She'll answer it. You can find me though on masteryourmint.com, and you can book a call and we can have a conversation.
And I love that. I think you bring up a good point, right? So, and I'm gonna put the
Mhm.
website up so that those who are watching can find it. Masteryourmint.com. I love to put it up on the screen so that people who are watching this,
Yes.
and that you can go to that website, masteryourmint.com. But you bring up a good point. I think for a lot of people, we see the folks who are online, sharing content, on
Mhm.
being active on social media, and all that is important, because I think this is also important for your business. But I think what we don't realize sometimes is a lot of business people who are doing business aren't doing it there. They're doing it in conversations. They're
Yes.
doing it in 15-minute, 30-minute calls,
Mhm.
hour-long calls. They're networking. And they're also making themselves referable. That's the term I want to use. Making
Mhm.
kind of talk to someone about that, because there may be someone who is watching this right now saying, Prudence, I don't want to do all that social media stuff. I don't want to be TikToking and all
Mhm.
that stuff. But I want to build a business based on the what God has given me and how I want to serve people. Give me some tips on how to make myself referable so people will feel comfortable sending other people to me.
We go back to that term ministry, right? Like monetize your ministry. So ministry for me means that you're doing something you love to do, and you're doing it for the masses. Well, the masses start with one person. You don't just start your business and you're talking to 10,000 people. At least not most of us do. Most of us start because we're having a conversation with one person, who might be a friend, who might be a colleague, who might be in our circles, and then that evolves into a business conversation. If you're working your ministry and if you're doing it well, I think people will naturally want to have the conversations about how they benefited from your service, how they grew from their experience with you. And and as they're growing from their experience with you, they will tell people who are in similar situations as you are. So they may not make a Facebook post about you. They may not do that. But what they may do is, when they're sitting around talking with their friends, and their friends say, yeah, man, I didn't make any money this month. I know it looks good on Facebook, but I didn't make any money this month. And they're like, okay, well, you know what? I've been working with this person, Prudence. Give her a call. She'll support you. She'll answer your questions. That's how it happens in casual conversations. Same thing happened with me in photography. Same thing is happening here in Master Your Mint, is that these are just casual conversations. What I know is that likes are not dollars.
Hmm.
They're not dollars. And there are plenty of people out there who have very low Instagram followings, but very fat bank accounts.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And by the
Because
way, it might be vice versa as well.
it could go vice versa as well too. Yes. There is a space where your social media work does have an impact on your income, but those are questions to answer when you start running your numbers, when you start looking in your profit and loss report. I know one of the reports that I do with some clients is that we look at, okay, they want to make, let's say they want to make $10,000 a month. So they need to know what their conversion rate is. So you need to say, okay, if you have 12,000 followers, you know that of your 12,000 followers, approximately 10% buy from you. And of that 10%, they spend X number of dollars. So if you want to increase your income, then maybe you need to spend money increasing your following so that you can match those numbers. That was really, really nerdy.
No, that's good. I like that. But I mean, it's like, I mean, we're talking about the person master your mint. You got to know your numbers.
You got to know your numbers.